have sat here with me Michael Niner.
Oh, hello.
Or Micky Niner, whichever you prefer. Micky Niner. We have Micky Niner here. That's what he prefers for his music. And he will treat us very, very soon to some live music. First, we're going to play a bit of Catfish in the Bottom before we get on to these interview.
Go ahead and tell me you got all you want. Fiverr says you're wrong, and I suppose you've come down to help me move things along. And we lapped it up and we're wise enough to know how it goes. Forgive me, honey, but we're wise enough to know how it goes. Forgive me, honey, 'cause we know this feeling all a little too well. Listen, the distance between us could have took a while once we close that difference. can I say? I've known him for a long, long time, and it might overstep the line, but you just cannot get angry in the same way. No, not in the same way. So not in the same way. Oh no, oh no, no.
Hello and welcome back to Good Morning Essex with your host Laura Moore and my lovely guest for today, Micky Niner.
Hello.
Hello. We were just talking about holidays. So recently for my birthday, me and my friend Ellie were going to go on holiday to Paris. But what happened was it got to, I think it was the day of, very early in the morning or the day before, something like that. And we both got a text on our phones to tell us not to travel anymore. And when we delved deeper to find out why, we actually found out there was a man naked on the top of the Eurostar, which had actually prevented us going on a holiday. So a naked man ruined my holiday to Paris. Now, I've heard you had a bad experience recently in Rome. What happened?
So it was my 21st birthday, same.
Oh,
it was my
same
birthday.
21st birthday. Happy birthday for them.
Thank you. Happy birthday to you as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, so me and two mates went to Rome. Kind of a weird place to go for a 21st birthday, but in one of my new songs called Homesick, I mentioned that I go to Paris and Rome, and it was either Paris or Rome, and we chose Rome because all the riots and stuff going on in Paris. So
oh yeah, true.
We were like, yeah, we'd rather avoid that. So we went to Rome, and I'd been there before, but clearly before I'd stayed in the really nice bit.
Oh no.
But so this time we stayed in a bit of a grungy area, and yeah, it was a lot of walking, a lot of seeing things I didn't want to see, and we were only there for 3 days, and 3 days was enough time for me to say, don't think I'm ever going back to Rome again.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Me and my friend, the same friend, also went for 3 days last summer to Rome. It was nice. It changes a little bit at night though. You notice that people kind of walk past you and just make really strange comments. It was a bit of a creepy place, but
yeah, creepy is a good way to describe it, actually. Yeah.
What holiday would you go on if you could, like your dream holiday?
Well, I'm actually when was it? 3 years ago, I went on a road trip around America. We landed in LA, drove to San Diego, then drove to Las Vegas.
Ooh,
that was 2
nice.
weeks, and then this year in September, I'm landing in Orlando, driving to San Francisco. I'm trying to remember it now.
That sounds so nice. Then, big American road trip.
Then driving to Memphis, and then driving to Nashville. So that's going to be really good. So that's probably...
Wow, I wasn't expecting anything that good. Maybe Paris next
Iron
time.
Apple or something. No, America's such a cool place to go. So any road trip around America is cool.
Nice. Well, I'm jealous. There you go.
A lot of people say that, to be fair.
Wake from your sleep, the drying of your tears. Today we escape, we escape. Pack and get dressed before your father hears us, before all hell breaks loose. Sing us a song to keep us warm. There's such a chill, such a chill. We all let you choose. Got color in your cheeks. Do you ever get that feel that you can't shift, the type that sticks around like summits in your teeth? Are there some aces up your sleeve? Have you no idea that you're in deep? I dreamt about you nearly every night this week. How many secrets can you keep? 'Cause there's this tune I found that makes me think of you somehow, and I play it on repeat until I fall asleep, spilling drinks on my settee. Been wondering if your heart's still open, and if so, I wanna know what time it should. Simmer down and poker up. I'm sorry to interrupt, it's just I'm constantly on the cusp. I've tried to kiss you. I don't know if you feel the same as I do, but we could be together if you wanted to. I wanna know if this feeling flows both ways. Sad to see you go. Was sorta hoping that you'd stay. Didn't we both know that the nights were mainly made for saying things that you can't say tomorrow day? Crawling back to you. Ever thought of calling when you've had a few? Cause I always do. Maybe I'm too busy being lost to fall for somebody new. Now I thought it through. Crawling back to you. If this feeling flows both ways, sad to see you go. Was sort of hoping that you'd stay. We both know that the nights were mainly made for saying things that you can't say tomorrow day. Do I wanna know? Too busy being lost to fall. Sad to see you go. Ever thought of calling down? Do you want me crawling back to you?
We have been talking about strange dreams this week. If you have any strange dreams, please tweet them at Rebel Essex to us. I will read them out for you. So I'm sitting here with Michael, and we were basically sharing strange dreams that we have had recently. So on my end, I think actually I've had 2 strange dreams in one night. The first one was I was on a holiday with my brother and my dad, and a message in a bottle washed up. And when we pulled it out, it was actually a chicken leg wrapped in paper, and my brother ate it. So that was a stupid dream, but like it was quite a happy dream at the same time. That's not a bad thing, right?
Yes.
And the other one was my Lego tax dream, which I just told Michael about. I think he's afraid of me now. It's a strange dream, but basically I think it was in Denmark, but they introduced something. It's called the Lego tax. So anyone with a really, really square jawline had to pay extra tax because they looked like a Lego, and it was something to do with the company. And
Personally, I think I should bring that in.
Michael agrees with the Lego tax. Any weird dreams on your end?
Yeah, thanks to Scott for reminding me quickly before this song the last song ended.
Shout out.
Which dream I had. The other day I had a really weird dream that my indie music wasn't taking off. So I wrote a reggae song and it went number 1 in like the reggae charts and everything. I like barely listen to reggae, so it was like the worst song ever. And it just went number 1 for some reason. And these people come up to me like backstage of a gig, and they were like, "You got to come with me." And I got in a car, and then to like an airport. They flew me off to this island, and Bob Marley was still alive, and they've been like hiding him away, and he's been writing all these indie, like these reggae songs.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, like your song's like amazing." I'm not gonna do an accent, but he didn't say it like that, and then he gave me like all these guitars and stuff, and it was just like. I barely listen to reggae.
Maybe it's a sign. Maybe it's
Maybe
like,
it is a sign.
Stop doing indie. Start
Bob Marley
reggae.
getting in touch from the heavens, telling me to start doing reggae.
Wow, there we go.
That's my weird dream.
He's actually spoken to Bob Marley in spirit. Nice.
All day permanent red, the glaze on my eyes. When I heard your voice. The distance caught me by surprise again. And I know you claim that you're alright, but fix your eyes on me. I guess I'm all you have, and I swear you'll see the dawn again. Well, I know I had it all on the line, but don't just sit with folded hands and become blind. 'Cause even when there is no star in sight, you'll always be my only guiding light. Late in my youth, well, I'm still in awe of you. Discover some new truth, now is always wrapped around you. But don't just slip away in the night. Don't just hurl your words from on high. Well, I know I had it all on the line, but don't just sit with folded hands and become blind. 'Cause even when there is no star in sight, you'll always be my only guiding light. If we come back and we're broken, unworthy and ashamed, give us something to believe in, and you know it'll go your way.
Changed this little boy's brain. A small piece of advice that took 22 years in the make, and I will break it for you now. Please learn from my mistakes. Please learn from my mistakes. Let's dance for Joy Division and celebrate the irony. Everything is going wrong, but we're so happy. Let's dance for Joy Division and raise our glass to the ceiling, 'cause this could all go so wrong, but we're so happy, and we're so happy. So if you're ever feeling down, grab your purse and take a taxi to the darker side of town. That's where we'll be, and we will wait for you and lead you through the dance floor up to the DJ booth. You know what to ask for, you know what to ask for. You ask for Joy Division and celebrate the irony. Everything is going wrong, but we're so happy. Let's dance to Joy Division and raise our glass to the ceiling, 'cause this could all go so wrong, but we're so happy. Yeah, we're so happy. Let the love tear us apart. I found the cure for a broken heart. Let tear us apart. Let the love tear us apart. us apart. So let the love tear us apart. I found the cure for a broken heart. Let tear us apart. So let the love tear us apart. I found the cure for a broken heart. Let tear us apart. Let tear us apart. Let tear us apart. Let's dance to joy division and celebrate the irony. Everything is going wrong, but we're so happy. Let's dance to joy division and raise our glass to the ceiling, 'cause this could all go so wrong. But we're so happy, yeah, we're so happy. So happy, yeah, we're so happy. So happy, yeah, we're so happy.
Hello, and we are back for Good Morning Essex in the afternoon. I'm sitting here with Micky Niner, and he is going to treat us very, very soon to a live session. But first, we're going to ask him a little bit more about his songs and his music. Right, Michael. Let's start from the beginning. So you were in a band called the Recruits. Well, the name changed a fair bit from about the age of, 14 or something? Very
13,
young?
14, I think.
Until you were about 20? Something.
It
you were
was
in for a long time.
I think it was around August last year we split and then started our own things. And
So what happened with the band? What happened? Why did you split after so long together?
So we were together for about 6 years. Only recently started to actually get the ball rolling, really. We started getting some really cool gigs with like BBC introducing stuff.
Wow.
And then, I don't know, I just think we all individually were starting our own things without telling each other. And then the singer and guitarist, Ollie and Alan, just said one day, like, this is when we want to start our own project, which they have. It's called Rames. And I said, like, fair enough, I've got my own project. And yeah, we all went our separate ways, but, you know, we're all still mates. I actually tracked
That's
some
good.
drums for Rames the other day for their single that's going to come out soon.
Yeah,
So
it's good to
keep
be
it in the
friends with your
table.
ex.
yeah, exactly.
So how comes you decided to pursue solo music instead of just joining another band?
Well, I kept writing songs for the Recoups, and when I put them forward to them, they kept being like, "Oh yeah, I like it. Let's change the riff. Let's do this. Let's do that." Putting their own spin on it, and I kept saying like, "Yeah, but I kind of wanted it like how I wrote it."
Yeah.
So I didn't really want to start that up again, and I just thought like, well, I've been playing drums for like 12 years, and in between that, I've been playing guitar for like 8 years. I mean, everyone can sing if they try.
You're basically your own band.
Yeah, exactly. And I just thought, like, over the years, I'd built up all this recording equipment, and I just thought, like, I might as well just do it myself, which I did, and here I am.
Good, and here we are now. So your first two singles out were Teenage Disaster and Debbie's Ford Cortina.
Yep.
Very good songs, by the way.
Oh,
I was
thank you.
having a listen on Spotify this morning. I was like, yeah, nice. Okay, cheeky follow. So what do you actually base your songs on? Do you base them on real life situations?
Yeah, so Teenage Disaster is just kind of about everyone growing up as a teenager. It's just like we all go through at some point of just being like absolute, I don't even know how to say it, just like not knowing what we're doing, really. I think we're still there, to be fair.
True.
But so we're just teenage disasters. As for Debbie's Ford Cortina, my mum was telling me a story about my godmother called Donna, about her old Ford Cortina. Stories about how my uncle used to like get in the boot and stuff when they were driving places because there weren't enough seats, and how it used to break down all the time. And I just thought, like, Donna's Ford Cortina, that's a really cool song name. Like, I might write a song about it. Put it in my notes. I didn't realise until I was literally recording the vocals that it spell checked Donna to Debbie. And,
you just kept the spell check.
and it just stuck. I got so used to singing it as Debbie's Ford Cortina that I was just like, oh, I can't change it now.
That's
So,
really interesting.
yeah.
That's, I was
It
going to
should
say,
be
who is
Donna.
Debbie? But
It
Debbie is
should-
Donna.
Debbie is Donna.
Hey, do you have a famous inspiration behind your music at all?
Yeah, I think that my main inspiration, just music in general, is Matt Helders, who is the drummer for Arctic Monkeys.
Oh, nice.
I think the reason I started playing drums, which then got me into music, was when I saw Arctic Monkeys playing on Jules Holland for the first time back in like 2005, And out of everybody I was watching, I saw Matt Helder and I was like, he looks like he's having the most fun. So I'll just like play the drums. And then over time, I started getting obsessed with like Alex Turner and all these other musicians, and started playing guitar, started learning how to write songs and stuff. And it all just kind of bundled together, and yeah, it worked out pretty well, to be fair.
It did. Now your brand new EP came out just a few days ago, Songs for Cars.
Yep.
Do you want to talk us through this? How did it all come together? How did you find it?
Yeah, so there's 4 tracks in it. You got the 2 singles, and then there's VW Van and Homesick. VW Van came along because I took a picture of a VW van, like the actual car, and I thought like, oh, that'd make a really good cover for something. So I literally wrote the song because I got this picture, a cool picture of a car. And then Homesick is about my cousin Shay. He went on like this tour around Europe with like this company, and he went like all over the place, and he just had all these stories. And I ended up just writing a song called Homesick about like just trying to get all of his little stories in it. And yeah, it worked out really well. And that's how I got the song.
Nice. So you're doing pretty well at the moment. So where would you like to see yourself in 5 years' time as a musician?
5 years' time, hopefully a bit more established and known. I'd like to be kind of, Sam Fender.
Yeah.
Like his level. Playing venues like O2 Forum, even Brixton Academy and stuff like that. And just touring and just having an album out and having a cool fan base.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect.
Nice. Do you have anything to shout out? If you've got a YouTube or your Spotify,
yeah,
people listening can give you a follow and have a listen to your music.
All my social medias. I've got 2 music videos out at the moment. I'm in the middle of filming another 2 for VW Van and Homesick. I'm also going to be putting out acoustics for VW Van and Homesick. Already got acoustics out for Teenage Disaster and Debbie's on my YouTube. If you just search Micky Niner, which is Mickey, M-I-C-K-Y, and Niner, 9 with an R at the end. And yeah, that's all you got to search, really.
Great. So 5 years, we'll probably be back on here talking about your new album coming out.
Hope so.
So, right, we're going to play a few more songs with Kasabian in the 1975, and then we're going to have some live music.
I got the feeling that
sunny and get addicted to drugs and spend obscene amounts on seeds and beans online. So just give yourself a try. Won't you give yourself a try? Won't you give yourself a try? Won't you
Hello and welcome back to Good Morning Essex. We are in the studio for Micky's. I keep saying Michael, I'm so sorry. Micky Niner's live performance.
Cool.
Take it away.
Got a couple of things that you need to admit to me, because it's plain to see you messed up, I know, and I think we should take things slow. If you don't get a grip, you'll be the one who killed this relationship. So what you gonna do? You haven't got much more time to choose. Comes back to you, and it all comes back to you. Oh, and it all comes back to you, and it all comes back to you. It's not all bad for me. My head is filled with plenty of memories. I'm like a train on a track, I'm just moving forward, I'm never looking back. Oh, and it all comes back to you, and it all comes back to you. Oh, hey, yeah, and it all comes back to you, and it all comes back to you. You're just a teenage disaster. You're just a teenage disaster. Got no idea what you're after. You're just a teenage disaster. You're just a teenage disaster. Got no idea what you're after. Back to you, and it all comes back to you. Oh, hey, yeah, and it all comes back to you, and it all comes back to you. Thanks.
How many songs are you going to play for us?
I could do one more. Could do two more.
Yeah, we would like as many songs you want to play.
Okay. I'll do two more. They're all off the EP.
Lovely. So that one was Teenage Disaster. What
that one was Teenage Disaster.
Next?
Next one will be Debbie's Four Cortina.
Brilliant. So Donna's Four Cortina. Is that Debbie's Four Cortina?
Yep.
Good luck.
Thank you.
rooftops. It's time to let it all go. Get in the car while you're driving fast. You're like Mozart in a go-kart. Another service is stopped to fill up on petrol and have a smoke. Whoa, doesn't even have a McDonald's, so I stay in the car because I'm not bothered. I'm in the boot of Debbie's car. God knows where we are. Thank God for Debbie's Ford Cortina. We wouldn't have got here without her. I'll give you some petrol money when we get there. Drove 1,000 miles to be here. Thank God for Debbie's Ford Cortina. Wouldn't have got here without her. I'll give you some petrol money when we get there. Drove 1,000 miles to be here. Oh, 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 oh. You drive slow but you talk fast, so I hope this conversation lasts. We've got a while to go before we get home. I'm in the boot of Debbie's car. God knows where we are. Thank God for Debbie's Ford Cortina. We wouldn't have got here without her. I'll give you some petrol money when we get there. Drove 1,000 miles to be here. Thank God for Debbie's Ford Cortina. We wouldn't have got here without her. I'll give you some petrol money when we get there. Drove 1,000 miles to be here. For Debbie's Ford Cortina. We wouldn't have got here without her. I'll give you some petrol money when we get there. You drove 1,000 miles to be here. Thank God for Debbie's Ford Cortina. Wouldn't have got here without her. I'll give you some petrol money when we get there. Drove 1,000 miles to be here. Thanks.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And if you've got one more song for us.
One more. I'll do VW Van. Also on the EP. The silence is deafening. So can you please say something? You drive every W van, go on a road trip, that's the plan. It's like a Tarantino movie, on the run in our red car. I don't think it will get us that far. Tell me not to hold the door for you anymore. Politeness ain't your thing. You never want a wedding ring. You become a DJ when you sit in the front seat. You've got a new band that you wanna show me. Will I like 'em? You said likely. You don't know all of this at the age of 17. Please stop saying you love me when you don't know what it means. You change your mind at 25 and never see me again. The tattoo on your arm was a mistake you made as a kid.
lots of clapping. I'm not sure if people can hear, but we enjoyed the music very much. So thank you so much for joining me on my show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being live. You're a lovely singer.
Oh, thank you very
lovely
much.
singer, lovely music player. And even though you said in your interview, anyone can sing, honestly, me, no, my family tell me to shut up. So. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
So don't forget, check him out on Spotify, find his YouTube, and we'll be posting all of our interview and this live session on our website a bit later today.